SMT Nation, we back. Nation, Verizon officially launched their new plans today, and I'm going to go ahead and start calling it Sampath Special 1.0. All right, 2 new plans from Big Red from Verizon, but Sampath, who is the company's new CEO of the Verizon Consumer Group, has his hands all over it. I'm going to explain why I'm going to be calling it Sampath 1.0, and then I'm going to give you the justification for it. And I'm also going to kind of highlight the strengths, the weaknesses, Verizon's disclosures as they spoke at a conference today, Moffett-Nathanson. And I think what it'll allow us to do is to kind of encapsulate the motivation as to why Verizon did this, why they abandoned the old plans and are doing the new plans. And let's just put it this way. It's about the company, right? They're focusing on what they have to do. So spoiler alert, it ain't to the advantage of the consumer. Okay. All right. So I'll be sure to link the placeholder article in the description for you guys to follow along. Also in the description is the Real SMT Buy Me a Coffee link. If you want to support your creators directly, show your appreciation of all the content and live streams and videos that we produce here, that's one way to do it. You can also check out our wireless partner, Mint Mobile. Get a great value, a great deal, and legendary customer care from a very good provider. They just increased the allotments on all their data plans, and they didn't even touch pricing. Something unheard of, and just, I mean, it's just not common in today's economy. So bravo by them. This is why we stand with them. They bring value to the SMT Nation. Use our partner link, save the money, and you'll be helping out the channel. All right, so focusing on the Verizon My Plan, right? That's the whole emphasis, branding, and naming scheme here. My Plan. 2 new plans from Verizon. All right, you got yourself, like the entry plan and then the premium plan. The strengths and what's being highlighted in these plans is what you want and how you want it. The first strength is the fact that it is customizable. I think this is a great feature. There are many add-ons to choose from. They got like freaking 20 of them or something. It's like 10, but whatever. You can have all 10, pay for them all. You can have one or you can have none. All right, so completely customizable. It's supposed to be simple. Well, with respect to the 2 plans, it is. You get the first plan, which is called Unlimited Welcome. That's their entry plan, $65 for that line. And then the other plan is the Unlimited Plus, $80 for a line. That's their premium offering. The specialty for this one is you get the 5G Ultrawide band, the mmWave, the C-band access, and you get some tethering and hotspot and all that. It makes it a more premium experience. The customer is in the driver's seat, folks. What you want or what you need, you can have it. You got to pay for it. Your phone will be unlocked. The plan is unlocked. A little bit of play on words there, right? Verizon devices bought from Verizon are unlocked automatically after 60 days, consecutive days on the network. But just thought I'd throw that out there. Of course, they're going to allow you to mix and match, both with the existing plans that they have. So that would be like start unlimited, do more, play more, get more. They all qualify for that mix and match too. Right? So the existing plans and amongst the new plans, mix and match. And the add-ons, all priced at $10, offers that simplicity. You know, most of them, I think, like when you take, for example, like Apple's offers, you know, you might be saving $5, $6, $7, $8 on each one. So if you typically pay for these things standalone, where you're paying $17 a month for one of these add-ons, or $15 a month, you can save that way. So those are kind of the strengths here. The weaknesses are definitely there. The Unlimited Welcome network access is weak sauce. It's bad. You got QCI 9, so it's bottom tier network access. No official 5G Ultra Wideband support, so you're not getting the true experience of mmWave and C-band, which is the most impressive and high quality connection on the network. Now, with that entry level plan, they do allow like an offload, so you'll like connect to it, but they're gonna heavily neuter it, right? They're gonna definitely throttle it, right? You're not getting any tethering and hotspot, no priority access network, data experience at all. 480p video playback. This is definitely an entry level cellular plan. I definitely recommend getting a VPN as a workaround, or maybe they got like a $10 add-on for that too, right? But that's crazy because you're paying $65 for a line. A VPN from them would cost $10, right? So you're taking your bill up to $75. Pay the extra $5 for their $80 plan. on the Unlimited Plus, and you wouldn't have to worry about that. Who would it be good for? I think probably like kids, the casual smartphone user who maybe uses like 10 or 15 gigs of data or something or less. All right, it's definitely not for the priority user. It's not for the premium user. The entry-level plan also has like at 500 gigs of usage, there's a slowdown to 5 megabits per second. This is not the case on the Unlimited Plus plan. I was able to confirm this with a couple of sources at Verizon, both in the employee OST and with a couple of representatives and media members for Verizon, media reps. They did confirm the Unlimited Plus has no type of networking throttle on the on-device data, right? That 500 gig usage slowdown to 5 megabits per second is only on the entry plan, only on the Unlimited Welcome, whatever it's called, Unlimited Welcome, right? So you're getting full-time priority data on the other plan, right? It's going to be premium. This whole setup obviously emphasizes the app, right? Verizon reps are not great in my opinion. I've said this time and time again. The reputation of Verizon reps has hit the absolute bottom recently. I've had nothing but problems with them when I call in. Inexperienced, not really helping, couldn't fix problems, made problems worse, added problems. I still think they have to improve and they got to do better. And so in my estimation, with my recent experiences with Verizon reps on multiple occasions, they've been absolutely deplorable. You can actually see that, this is they become worse than industry. We've seen it in the Net Promoter Scores, right? So maybe being on the app is better. I don't know. But a major weakness here is the math trap, right? You gotta figure out how much the plan is going to cost you and which perks you want. I mean, the average person walking into stores or dealing, looking at plans, they just want to see what, build them the plans and then offer them good value, right? So I'm not sure if most people, meaning a majority, meaning more than 50% of people, 51% or more of people, want to see the plans built for them constructed and then they take to it or they don't, right? So what did Verizon do here overall? What's our messaging here, right? Well, Verizon claims, number one, other carriers rope you into more expensive plans, right? And the way that they rope you into more expensive plans is that include things you don't want or need. And they were talking about T-Mobile, right? We're talking about Sampath, right? The person who appears to have done all of this, right? He wants you to free you from those ropes, right? In order to get the few things that you want, you got to have their most expensive plan. He's taking a shot at T-Mobile, right? And, saying all the changes and modifications through the app makes it more convenient. Claim number two, he said that we listened to the customer. They wanted control. They wanted flexibility. They want simple. They want convenient. They want our best network. They want freedom. All those things may be true, but the question is we're going to see this play out in the next several months, is does the construct of these plans actually achieve this? I think Sampath is giving the customer too much credit. I think a majority of customers, 51% or more, don't really understand the customizability piece and need to be spoon-fed packages. And then they see if they like the package and then they buy it. That's the way it's been and that's the way they know it. And I don't think that this construct is clear enough or evident enough in front of them to be able to make that decision. This may intimidate some and scare some away because they don't understand it. And they don't get the format. But what did Verizon actually accomplish in all of this? They did indeed decrease pricing on wireless service. They were not able to meet customers at the two things customers wanted. In my opinion, customers wanted cheaper pricing and or more value. So really what they wanted is they wanted Verizon to drop pricing on all the things that it already had in place. Verizon unwilling and unyielding, not going to do that. Verizon was not going to give you more value for the same money. They were not going to give you the same things or more for the same price. They weren't going to do it. From the business standpoint, this is the negotiation. This helps a certain customer with respect to one pain point, and that's the bottom line pricing. Verizon obviously will improve their margins. Now they won't be paying for those perks. They won't be subsidizing people's entertainment. The structure of the plans theoretically is going to be margin accretive, We'll wait and see how that plays out. We'll look at their revenues at the end of the quarters. We'll look at their free cash flow at the end of the quarters. We'll see if they have net adds. They said they were going to be net add accretive from these plans. Is the new construct going to allow this to happen? It remains to be seen. Verizon has $150 billion in debt. Shareholders of Verizon are down 20% year over year on their investment. 5 years ago, Verizon was like $60 for its ticker. Verizon's like $36 right now. So if you invested $1,000, $10,000 in Verizon 5 years ago, you're pissed right now, right? Even though it has the industry best dividend, the investor obviously is at the forefront of what Verizon is doing here. Verizon is going to continue to reduce their promotional activity moving forward. The amount of value they give for trade-ins, deals on devices, switchers, and upgrades, all that's going to take a back seat. Maybe Verizon is ahead of the curve. Maybe with respect to AT&T pulling back on promos. They're definitely not ahead from the T-Mobile side, right? T-Mobile, they did things a little bit differently. They just changed their plans, but they didn't do what Verizon did, right? Verizon reconstructed their whole approach. T-Mobile just basically told customers, give us another $5 or $10 per line. We're still going to be the best price in the industry. That's where things are very different, folks. This is why I called this Sampath 1.0, because he's the one who we think, well, based on commentary, was the architect of all this. I feel like there's some potential here. I feel like this is a really good idea. I don't know if it's constructed and priced just the way that consumers would take to it and allow it to resonate with them. We'll see. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section below. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.